Guys, just wanted to share some quick bummer news.
Well, the bummer news has to do with the upcoming storm. It's canceling and delaying quite a few events this weekend. We will have a detailed rundown.
With heavy amounts of rain flow, especially in burn-scar areas, it's a high likelihood of mud flows, mudslides, landslides, and especially in these hilly areas.
Tonight, the LA County Sheriff's Department is going door-to-door, warning residents about flooding risks in the Altadena area.
We already have bags packed for if we need to leave and if we need to get out, just because getting stuck up there won't be ideal.
Yes, people are paying attention. Preparations well underway in another burn area, the Pacific Palisades. Welcome to the Fox 11 News at 10. I'm Phil Schuman.
And I'm Christine Devine.
A powerful storm, of course, bearing right down on us here in Southern California.
Expected to bring days of heavy rains and the threat of flooding.
We have team coverage. Ed Lascos live in the Palisades. Matthew Seedorf in Altadena. Chelsea Edwards in the Hollywood area. But we begin with Chief Meteorologist Adam Kruger.
Hey there, guys. Well, it has begun. We finally have some rain sweeping through right now, although mostly it's light with a few pockets where that rain is moderate, being funneled in out ahead of our storm system, that area of low pressure sitting off towards our west. So it's going to slowly work its way towards us and actually stall just slightly offshore here through Saturday, which is going to keep the potential for heavy rain going for a couple of days. Although I will say Saturday is the day where the real heavy rain will be moving through. That's the day we have a flood watch in effect. But still, widespread rain is coming in tonight, and widespread off and on rain is going to be the case tomorrow as well. So here's the view across our area. Let's go region by region as we look farther west towards Santa Barbara County. We see some slightly heavier rain here. A flood advisory has been issued here, just kind of giving you a heads up that there might be rain heavy enough to cause some flooding. It's not a flood warning. That would be a little more serious, but it's a flood advisory there. Then as we look into the greater LA area, again, it's just some pesky light showers moving through right now. Nothing we can't handle at the moment. And off to the east around the low desert, Palm Springs, for example, we have light rain moving through there also. The entire area under a flood watch, but note the time, 4 a.m. Saturday to 10 p.m. Saturday, because that is the day where the real heavy rain will move through. Let's talk about potential rain totals now. So as we start tonight and take you to the end of the day tomorrow, yes, there's going to be widespread rain, but notice the rain totals are mostly below an inch. Some of the heavier amounts, though, will be found around Ventura County. Could be some pockets where we could see up to 1 to 2 inches of rain. So that's the first round. Then we tack on Saturday on top of it, and you can see the big difference here. Like I said, Saturday is the day where the real heavy rain picks up. That's why there's a flood watch in effect for Saturday. We see widespread rain totals just generally between 2 and 4 inches. That's going to be pretty common. Those orange and yellow colors indicating where we could see upwards of 4 to 6 inches of rain. You can see our model places a little more than 6 around Oxnard. So that being said, we are on watch for heavy rain, especially Saturday. But still, there's going to be widespread rain tomorrow. We're going to walk you through it a little bit later, going hour by hour on the map. But for now, Phil, Christine, let's head back to you.
All right, Adam, more to come. Meantime, people have been paying attention, so they're bracing for this storm, especially in places that have been burned recently. Continuing our team coverage, we go live to Fox 11's Ed Lascos with the latest on the storm and road conditions in the Palisades. Ed, you still in that area?
Yeah, we sure are, Phil. We are driving along PCH right along the coast as the first bands of this storm move through. We had a good downpour about a half hour ago. It's really eased up here in the last 10 minutes or so. Joe's our wheelman. Joe, punch up the live cam, the dash cam. We're heading south, if you will, from Malibu. We just went by Dukes now, and occasionally you'll see a lot of Caltrans trucks moving by here with their plows. They've been going up and down PCH the last couple of hours. Also, we see some of they're parked alongside, particularly the northbound lanes, the big heavy equipment, the big front end loaders that they use, especially as some of these canyons with the debris flow that they're expecting from this storm. Why are they so focused on PCH? Well, you know as well as everybody, this is a main evacuation route. If it gets that bad, God forbid, this is where they got to go to get out. That's why they want to keep it open. Watch. Incoming, but not just the storm, but an atmospheric river.
I know, I've been hearing that. It's a scary sounding rain, isn't it?
Yeah, I hate to think of it. We've been through so much already. So I'm just hoping it's not going to be what they say it is.
What they say it is could be one of the strongest November storms we've ever seen, with Pacific Palisades already fire-ravaged right in its crosshairs.
It's honestly really scary just because of all of the debris. All of the dirt in the highlands where I live is all loose. So if it rains, the chance of mudslides and rock slides increase greatly.
That's why most of the Palisades lined with these K-rails, some 13,000 of these barriers, concrete barriers, used to channel the mud and debris flow that we've seen here before. It is the biggest threat if there is an evacuation.
Well, the hardest part, I think, for my community is we only have one egress, and we are dependent on PCH. When the floods come down on either side, we're stuck, we're trapped.
Right.
And I've been trapped before.
The Palisades burn zone now under an evacuation warning. LAPD even going door to door, telling everybody to be ready to go.
So I'm wondering if I should leave or not, you know.
Kind of preparing for that just in case, you know, and preparing to leave throughout the night.
I think we're ready for it. I think they worked on that road all after the fires, and I think we'll be okay.
He says he'll be okay, but look, he has his canoe ready just in case. Nobody here taking any chances. Caltrans set to close Topanga Canyon tonight from PCH to Grandview Drive. That area still too unstable from the big landslide that hit right after the fire. Here in the Palisades, this incoming storm with all its danger, just the latest threat.
10 months later, it's still just as intense and scary, and you're still getting warnings and crazy things.
It just never ends.
Never.
Never, she says. Now you're looking live, the dash cam. We are heading south, PCH, wrapping our way out of Malibu, coming in closer to Pacific Palisades. That might be one of the few cars we've seen. How eerie it is out here on PCH as that rain first hit. No traffic at all, other than those Caltrans trucks moving back and forth, back out here, back to this location. That's pretty much what everybody's been saying at this point. They're going to take it hour by hour. They know about the evacuation warnings, and they're very concerned, especially up in the high areas here in the Palisades and in Malibu. For now, we're live here along PCH. Back to the west side we go.
Fox 11 also wet here. All right, thank you, Ed. Mandatory evacuations tonight in Altadena for the Eaton fire burn scar area because of possible mud or debris flow. The LA County Sheriff's Department is going door to door, warning residents about the risks. Fox 11's Matthew Seedorf continuing our team coverage in Altadena with the latest. Matthew?
Well, that mandatory evacuation went into effect a couple of hours ago, and it seems like a lot of people followed that order and have left. But tonight, a lot of concerns about these hillsides and possible debris flows as this storm pushes closer. An urgent race against the rain in the Eaton fire burn zone.
Sheriff's Department, anybody there?
LA County Sheriff's deputies taking us exclusively on their route to check homes. Many of these homes could be impacted.
Yeah.
Under mandatory evacuation.
If they want to stay, that's fine. We just got to get their name, how many persons are staying in the home, and any pets.
An incoming atmospheric river could dump more than 4 inches of rain across parts of LA County, possibly turning burn scars into dangerous rivers of mud and debris.
The small amount of rain can pick up a lot of stuff on the way down and just gather steam and pick up cars, anything in its path, and it could cause a lot of devastation out here.
It looks like it's already vacant.
Most homes in the evacuation zone now dark, with families following the order.
Altadena Sheriff Station.
Except for this one in Isabel Chan. Even though there's an evacuation order, you're staying put?
Yeah, we are, but we're monitored every hour. Yeah, probably not gonna sleep.
This video from February's storm in Altadena, which caused flooding, pushing a wall of mud and mess into Isabel's home.
The worst one will be the one in February. It actually came inside my house, pushed my garage door open. Then after that, it's getting better. I think whatever needs to come down already came down, hopefully.
LA County deputies leaving behind evacuation orders while taking notes of families staying put just in case.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good rest of your night. Stay safe.
Bye.
They've got the K-rails set up here for possible flooding. Many people hoping that doesn't happen. We've been seeing off and on drizzle all night, but expecting a whole lot more rain in the overnight hours and into Friday. Reporting live tonight, Matthew Seedorf, Fox 11 News.
All right, Matthew, with all the rain to come, a lot of special events have been canceled or postponed. Festivals, street fairs, even a highly anticipated event at the Hollywood Bowl, all canceled for now. Fox 11's Chelsea Edwards is live in Hollywood with an update on what you can and can't do this weekend. Chelsea?
Well, the list keeps growing. Organizers really taking the storm seriously, which is good. The storm already washing out events, wiping out events all across Los Angeles, from big concerts to cultural gatherings. A lot of event organizers pulling the plug in anticipation of what's on the way.
Hey guys, just wanted to share some quick bummer news.
A major bummer for what would have been a first for the Hollywood Bowl. A large-scale live taping of the hit podcast Smartless with Sean Hayes, Will Arnett, and Jason Bateman, now washed out by the weather.
Because the Hollywood Bowl is an outdoor venue, it just wouldn't be safe for you guys, for us, for the crew, for everyone involved. So it was probably the smartest decision we could make. We were really excited to show it to you, so it sucks. It's a missed opportunity for everyone.
That star-studded show is hardly the only casualty. All across L.A., weekend plans are being soaked by the storm rolling in.
Blame it on the rain.
East LA's colorful Queer Mercado, the monthly LGBTQ pop-up at the East LA Civic Center, is blaming it on the rain too, announcing a Saturday shutdown. So is the electric trio Levity, who are gearing up for a second night of their big outdoor show, Levity Presents Space Jam at Shrine Outdoors. Their 2 p.m. performance now postponed due to the soggy forecast. Also wiped off the calendar, the second annual Pasadena Armenian Festival, a full-day celebration of Armenian culture, music, food, and community. It's postponed until brighter days, but no word on exactly when. And down in Carson, the city was gearing up for its annual family-friendly Clean and Green Festival held with the LA County Sanitation Districts. Saturday's 10 to 2 event canceled. And finally, even the pups aren't immune. A Purposeful Rescues Saturday dog adoption event at Platform LA in Culver City is now moving to the following Sunday, November 23rd, giving everyone, furry and otherwise, a little extra time to dry off. Now, these decisions, of course, are not made lightly, but organizers stressing that it is just the most important thing to keep everybody safe. Still, you can imagine there are a lot of disappointed Angelenos out there. Some of these events were very large. There are thousands of tickets sold here to the event at the Hollywood Bowl alone. Reporting live from Hollywood, I'm Chelsea Edwards, Fox 11 News. Send it back to you.
All right, Chelsea, stay dry. On air and online, you can track the storm anytime with Fox 11. Good Day LA starts at 4 a.m. if you'd like to wake up early. We'll also be streaming important updates throughout tomorrow during the storm on foxla.com. Now at 9, buckle that seatbelt. Rain is beginning to fall across Southern California. A heavy downpour expected this weekend. Risks of flooding, mudslides. Forecasters now saying this storm could make this month the wettest November in 40 years in Southern California. And as we join you in the 9 o'clock hour, we'll show you a live look from Skyfox. As you can see, a couple of raindrops maybe on that camera lens. We're getting reports of scattered showers. We have reporters all over Southern California. Good evening, everyone. You're watching LA Live News tonight. I'm Phil Schuman. We have reporters Chelsea Edwards, Ed Lascos, Matthew Seedorf, all standing by live to bring you the latest. But first, we begin with meteorologist Star Harvey with what's happening outside right now and what's expected to hit us. Star.
Well, yes, Phil, we do have that atmospheric river headed right our direction. In fact, it's already started to set up across a lot of the area. We'll see it up towards the west of LA, so across Ventura County. We do have some light stuff coming down, and even into the LA area, moving as far south as Orange County. We've already seen some light activity come across the area. We do have a few watches and warnings in place. The biggest of that is going to be our flood advisory. It is in effect, but also a flood watch. That flood advisory in effect until 11:30 p.m. tonight. And then we do have a flood watch in place, and that's going to include most of the Los Angeles County area, and that goes into effect this weekend on Saturday. So all eyes on Saturday. As of right now, temperatures in the 60s across most of the area will drop into the upper 50s to low 60s for tonight. But again, we want to get to what's happening with the storm system moving in. A lot of the area expected to accumulate 1 to 3 inches of rainfall, and we could have some of the area see as much as 3 to 6 inches. Here's a look at that future cast with a lot of this rain moving across the area tonight, building into tomorrow, but again, setting up really Saturday morning through Saturday afternoon and into our evening hours as well. I'll be breaking this down more in my future forecast. For now, back to you.
All right, so we will be checking back with you frequently. Thank you. Starting tonight at 10 p.m., Topanga Canyon Boulevard will be closed to everyone. It's expected to last through the weekend, as crews, of course, anticipate the possibility of mud and debris flows there. That's part of the Palisades fire burn area. People have been bracing all week for that storm, especially in places with burn scars. So let's go live to Fox 11's Ed Lascos. He's been monitoring the situation out in the Palisades. Ed, what's the latest?
Well, the latest out here, Phil, is we're finally seeing some of the rain. A good downpour really hit here about 15 minutes ago. A steady downpour easing up here just in the past 30 seconds or so, but a good start to this storm as it comes moving in here. You talked about Topanga Canyon. Joe, give us a look, will you? That's Topanga Canyon here. Caltrans will be moving into this spot here. This is right off of PCH. They'll close it from here up to Grandview Drive. That's an area, as you know, that's been severely damaged by the landslide and the fire that happened several months ago. Then we had our first storm after that. They've been working on it through the evening hours all since, but now it'll be closed in the next hour, shut down most likely right through the weekend, Caltrans is saying, because that area there is just too unstable, all because of what's blowing in our direction. To the video we go. Check it. Talk about dark, ominous clouds from this incoming storm, a atmospheric river, they're calling it. How scary do those clouds look, and that's why you see this all over the place in Pacific Palisades, the fire-ravaged Palisades, talking about these K-rails, these concrete barriers, 13,000 of them lining the streets here. This is Palisades Drive from the Highlands stretching down to Sunset. They're used as the concrete barriers as we've seen them before, right here when we had that storm after the fire. It channels the mud flow, the debris flow, keeping it out, trying to move it, in this case, down to PCH, where we had a lot of problems in that big storm right after the fire, and they're worried that that same thing could happen with all the rain coming now. You have the Palisades fire zone. It is under an evacuation order right now. LAPD yesterday started going door to door, knocking on doors, telling people to get ready to go and be ready to go fast. And you think about everything the Palisades has been through, that devastating fire, and then the storms afterward, the rebuilding, just a horrible situation, and yet you have this latest threat, and that's even scaring some of the survivors here. Listen.
It's honestly really scary just because of all of the debris. All of the dirt in the Highlands where I live is all loose. So if it rains, the chance of mudslides and rock slides increase greatly, and kind of preparing for that just in case, and preparing to leave throughout the night.
Because there is evacuation warnings up, they're saying.
Yes.
So you're ready, if it comes to that, you're ready to go.
Yes, we already have bags packed for if we need to leave and if we need to get out, just because getting stuck up there won't be ideal.
Well, the hardest part, I think, for my community is we only have one egress, and we are dependent on PCH. When the floods come down on either side, we're stuck, we're trapped. And I've been trapped before.
And so I'm wondering if I should leave or not,
I guess you should play it by ear, hour by hour, because, if we get the debris flow, it comes right down Palisades Road from the Highland.
Right. No, I think I will, because I'm right in Michael Lane, right behind the big canyon there. So I think I'll just see how it goes.
Now live, see how it goes. Probably a really good idea with the rain starting up here in the last 20 minutes or so. Picks up, then eases off, then picks up again, just to perhaps a prelude of what's to come. But Phil, even LA now activating, opening up its citywide emergency operations center downtown. As you know, that's a way to coordinate all the first responders, all the agencies involved in the city, just in case they have to spring into action very quickly. And with this threat, and especially in the fire zones here, everybody really is on edge. I talked to a lot of folks here and there. It's going to be, I think, a sleepless next couple of nights.
Ed, thank you for that. Appreciate it. Stay dry. We'll check back with you in the 10 o'clock hour, of course.
You bet.
Meantime, mandatory evacuations tonight in Altadena for the Eaton fire burn scar because of, again, possible mud or debris flow. The Sheriff's Department going door to door, warning residents. Fox 11's Matthew Seedorf was right with him. He's live in Altadena with the latest. Matthew.
Yeah, we went door to door with deputies tonight as they were urging people to leave. That mandatory evacuation went into effect at 8 o'clock tonight, so it's now been for about an hour or so, and they're bracing for whatever this storm brings. They're really worried about the slopes and the possible debris flows coming down the hills. You can see where we are. They have the K-rails set up, and then Mike will show you this direction, this massive retaining wall to prevent any of that debris that comes down this hillside. You can just see how tall that is. They are prepped for whatever this storm brings. But again, we just went door to door with deputies as they were urging people to evacuate in this mandatory evacuation zone.
With heavy amounts of rain flow, especially in burn scar areas, it's a high likelihood of mud flows, mudslides, landslides, and especially in these hilly areas, the small amount of rain can pick up a lot of stuff on the way down, and just gather steam and pick up cars, anything in its path, and it could cause a lot of devastation out here.
Even though there's an evacuation order, you're staying put?
Yeah, we are, but we're monitored every hour. Yeah, probably not going to sleep, but tomorrow night's going to be picking up.
So of all the doors that we knocked on tonight, that one family is the only one that answered and is staying put. They did experience some severe flooding from that storm in February, but they say every rainstorm since then has been a little bit better. So they're optimistic that whatever's going to come down this hillside has already done so, and that they'll be all right this time around. Let's hope so. I'll go ahead and send it back to you.
There as well, be careful. We'll check back with you in the 10 o'clock hour. Meantime, right here, you can track the storm anytime with Fox 11 on air and, of course, online. We'll also be streaming important updates throughout the day tomorrow. That will be on foxla.com.